Hello, this is Jonah Rosenblum, your Record-Courier postgame show live on a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon in front of James A. Garfield High Schools. The Garfield G-Men win their first district championship in 4 years with a 64-54 victory over the champion Golden Flashes. A lot of history between these two teams. They met in last year's district championship game, which the Golden Flashes won thanks to a dominant performance from Emma Gumont. They also met the last time the G-Men won a district title, and that was back in 2016-2017 at James L. Cole Gymnasium in Ravenna, and that was that Garfield team that made it to Cuyahoga Falls, led by Lauren Jones, who now is doing track and field for Oklahoma, and Grayson Rose, who's now playing basketball for Northern Kentucky. So a lot of history between these two teams, and early on in this game, just like 4 years ago, the G-Men struggled early. They fell behind early, and they were carried in the first half by senior Grace Mills and junior Jenna Smith, who combined for 25 of their 26 points in the first half. In the third quarter, they fell behind by as many as 10 points, 38-28 in the first couple of minutes of the third quarter. What got them going, as good as Mills and Smith were, they needed a third, and it was Sarah Seaman who blasted off for 3 3-pointers. She actually set the school's single-season record in so doing. But again, 2 3-pointers in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth quarter, including a 3-pointer when they trailed 38-28 to get them back into the ball game. A little bit later was Grace Mills fed on a cut for a layup, and the G-Men were off and running. And in the fourth quarter, what can you say about Grace Mills? She tied with Jenna Smith to lead all scorers at 24 points apiece. And in the fourth quarter, she was incredibly clutch, making all 8 of her free throw attempts. And actually, if you go back, including the third quarter, the entire second half, she was 3 of 3 from the field and 8 of 8 from the line. That's exactly what, of course, you expect a senior leader to do, and she delivered tonight. Jenna Smith, again, 24 points, a phenomenal performance on her part. She went 10 of 12 from the field. She can do so many things. I mean, one of the daggers in this game, actually, was with 30 seconds left. Grace Mills tosses a lob from the baseline over to press, finding Smith running along the sideline for a layup. Again, you don't see too many post players that are racing down the court, catching a half-court lob, and then racing the other half of the court for a layup. Such an athletic post. She can do so many things. And again, the G-Men had their share of adversity in this game. The Golden Flashes got off to a great start. Of course, given that Emma Gumont scored, I believe, 38 points the last time they met in a district title game, Garfield was heavily focused on Gumont. They held her to 15 points, but Brooke Witt caused all sorts of problems. She scored 15 points. And in the first half, Lorinda Dodrell caused all sorts of problems. She hit her first 4 3-pointers for the Golden Flashes, 3 of them in the first quarter, all 4 in the first half. So the G-Men were in trouble throughout this game. They trailed by 6, 8, 10 points through much of the first half and going into even the opening minutes of the third quarter. But Sarah Seaman caught fire. She sparked them. Grace Mills and Jenna Smith were huge all game long. The G-Men clamped down a bit on defense. Madeline Shirkey hit a huge 3-pointer toward the end of the third quarter. And again, the G-Men were able to lift a district trophy.